Good afternoon, Robert Scribbler filming from South Nags Head at a secret location for the OBX wave report. Secret spot. 1 to 2 foot waves coming off the North Atlantic Ocean as we get some easterly winds, pleasant easterly winds blowing in those blue-green waters. Semi-choppy conditions, jellyfish in the water, so if you're out in the water, watch out for those jellies. Nonetheless, a very pleasant day here at the beach. Temperatures in the lower 80s, and the nice breeze coming off the ocean keeps things very pleasant. Humidity not too high, clear blue skies abound, and at this little spot I've got the waves all to myself. Ha ha ha. Okay. All right, so let's get into this is a Friday for Future edition of the OBX Wave Report. So I'm going to preamble this by saying please support your climate activists today, and I'm going to ask you guys also to support clean energy. We're going to ask you twice because, you know, twice is better than once. All right, but let's get into the conditions for the Outer Banks based on wave reports, buoy, and satellite observations. Okay, right now at Nags Head, 1 to 2 foot waves, semi-clean conditions. East-southeast swell at 1.4 foot and 11 seconds. We've got easterly winds coming in at about 5 to 10 miles per hour right now. Temperatures in the lower 80s, about 80 degrees right now. Ocean water temperatures is 72. Heading on down south to Rodanthe. 2 foot waves, east-southeast swell at 1.6 feet and 11 seconds. Easterly winds also in the 5 to 10 mile an hour range. Ooh, nice little wave there. Air temperatures 80 degrees. Ocean water temperatures 80 degrees as well. And last of all, for Buxton, waves in the range of 2 foot. It'd be semi-clean conditions with an east-southeast swell at 11 seconds, easterly winds around 5 to 10 miles per hour. Air temperature is much warmer down there at Buxton at 84 degrees Fahrenheit. Ocean water temperature is 82 degrees. All right, so I hope you guys do get out in the water and enjoy the waves today. For the longer range forecast, we expect wave conditions to remain consistently about the same for the next few days, although by the middle of next week it does look like that we have the potential for larger waves. We'll have to see if those forecast conditions do emerge. Right now, according to the National Hurricane Center, however, we have no areas of tropical disturbance or potential tropical cyclone development. We will be monitoring the tropics because ocean water temperatures are certainly much warmer than normal, and here at this time of year between August, September, and October, we are at the peak of the hurricane season, and so this is a time when storms typically form with the highest frequency. It's worth noting that there's quite a lot of hot ocean water out there to fuel storms that do form, but we do have a countervailing influence coming from El Nino, which tends to generate wind shear that chops down the storms. So those two influences competing. However, worth noting that the hurricane monitors are suggesting the likelihood of an average or possibly even slightly above average hurricane season due to those warmer than normal ocean water temperatures. All right, so it is Friday, and this is the Fridays for Future week 260 of global climate action, heralded by Greta Thunberg and the young climate activists. I would like to just ask you guys to do everything you can to support the young climate activists. And for this week 260 of Fridays for Future, I did want to provide you guys with some information about the climate, lending urgency to that climate action that these responsible young activists are helping to alert us all to. And so right now, ocean record heat continues on a global basis. This according to ocean buoy and satellite data. In addition, record low Antarctic sea ice continues according to the global sea ice monitors, including the National Snow and Ice Data Center, and reports from Zach Wade, a ice and cryosphere expert. In Maui, we have had extreme fires enhanced by climate crisis, and the Maui town of Lahaina, I hope I pronounced that correctly, has been practically wiped off the map by fires, with over 220 buildings destroyed by fires rampaging across the island, fueled by both drought, extreme winds, and ecological trouble from invasive grasses that all have served to enhance the wildfire picture for Hawaii. And all of these impacts that we are seeing are driven by fossil fuel burning. So we really need to mass deploy clean energy. I also do want to give a shout out to Vince Carter, who has provided aerial footage of the wildfires that have been raging across Maui. Just go ahead and Google Vince Carter and check out the amazing footage of this terrible event that has afflicted our fellow human beings there in Hawaii. Okay, so once again, I'd like to ask you guys to do everything you can to help speed the transition to clean energy being wind, water, solar, and electric vehicles, which will help protect our climate and reduce carbon emissions very rapidly. Carbon emissions driven by fossil fuel burning. The clean energy systems, once again, being wind, water, solar, and electric vehicles. This will also help to protect our coastlines from the impacts of climate change, preserving the beautiful beach scene that you see before me from the impacts of severe storms, worsening storms, rising sea levels, and ocean heat waves that ruin ocean health and turn the ocean into a nasty environment, an unhealthy environment for humans and for wildlife as well. And also coral bleaching, which destroys our coral reefs, that also driven by heat, and ocean acidification, which does terrible things to our sea life, our shelled organisms, and our corals as well. So let's all get on board with the climate activists on this Fridays for Future and do everything we can to help speed climate action, and listen to the scientists who say, yes, we can reduce the damage and impacts of the climate crisis. We can halt the worst impacts of the climate crisis, but we need to act now to mass deploy that clean energy, and we need to have a positive attitude, and we need to support the young climate activists who are fighting for our future. All right, so thank you for joining me for this session of the OBX Wave Report, this Fridays for Future, August 11th. I do hope you guys get in the water. I recommend that you get in there, enjoy it, shred it up, have fun, take the people you love to the beach, enjoy a special moment, and get in with the waves, dance with nature. There's nothing like it. Take care, guys, and I'll be back with you shortly.